What is going on, everyone? My name is Northy, and today I am back for game number 3. This is the third game that I've currently played for my local footy team that I've recently joined up at, and the last two videos you guys have absolutely enjoyed. The support on those have been really nice to see, so let's see if we can do it again. I'm really happy with how this game went, personally at least. You'll see throughout the game exactly how it went for us in terms of a team perspective, but I'm really keen to show off this one as I feel like there's a bit more team play that showed that I'm really happy with. Overall, I just think it's all a massive step up from the past 2 weeks, and the way I've described it to people when describing how these games have gone, first week was just kind of testing the waters and seeing how things went, seeing where I fit and just kind of getting a feel back for footy. Thankfully, I did manage to kick a goal, but it landed in the right spot at the right time for me to just grab a mark, go back and slot it. Thankfully, that one worked for me. Game 2, didn't kick any goals, but I felt like I started to get a bit more of the ball, and I think this game was a nice little combination of both, where I was getting ball inside 50 a bit and getting a bit more of the ball just around the field and a bit more into the actual field of play. So happy with how the game went personally, and I'll be showing a lot of that in this video. But if you guys do enjoy all this stuff, I will quickly ask right now, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoy this type of stuff. Yeah, and just watch any potential videos in the future. And I do a lot of AFL content on the channel, so if you like anything that you see here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But let's get into the first few clips. Coolio, let's get into this one. This is the very first clip. You can see 0-0 on the scoreboard back there, but I think I'd started on this game. I had started on. First quarter, I wasn't as into it as I feel like I could have been. These guys were very good. Potentially could be, I think you could consider them our crosstown rivals in a sense that we have the name of the town and they have the same name, except they're just a different part. But nonetheless, this is a pretty big game for us as we're both tied at this point with the same record. Both teams hunting for finals at 6 and 5. So we really need this game in order to see some finals time. But nonetheless, we've got our play here. Quick little bit of play to give you an idea as to the pace that we've got right now. Probably, I think last week was a really good show of pace. Both sides were doing quite well in the season. But this, we are literally level, and these guys have a few better players in, or from what I was told, they just had a few more players in that weren't in the last time that we played against them. They've got the play coming here, and they were really putting the pressure on us to begin. You can see they kick for goals here. I don't know if that one goes in. It just sprays right, unfortunately for them. Fortunately for us, it keeps it at bay. Now, this is, I believe, after a goal, but we were really trying our best to hold off the pressure because they were coming at us pretty quickly to start the game off, which is not the way we wanted to begin. You can see in the back, it's currently 6-20. Unfortunately, we are down by 14 at this point, so not the greatest start and not what we were hoping for at all, but we do manage to kind of even things out. The good thing about this first quarter, I think that we all kind of admitted, is we made the most of a lot of our forward opportunities. Anytime that ball kind of got into the forward line, we usually managed to find a goal, but the problem was it was living in their 50 a bit much for our liking in that first quarter, so our aim was to kind of try and work out how to beat their offensive pressure. Because anytime we got into their 50, they would have a nice little wall set up that we had to try our best to beat. As you can see, me coming off there. Fortunately, not that much of an impact in the first quarter. Here we go. We're trying to work this one out of our defensive 50. Finding a few marks, which is good. I don't think I'm on the field at this time, but that's okay. If we can get some good team play. This is one of those rare occasions that it enters our 50. Get the contest there. They managed to get a quick kick out. As you can see, they do have 3 players quick to the ball first, but unlucky bounce. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Another ruck contest here. And unfortunately, this looks like one of the rare occasions in the first quarter where it entered our 50 and we weren't able to get a score. It's a massive hit there. That was a big one. It was getting pretty hectic to start here. So it looks like a goal has been kicked either side now. And we are up to quarter 2 as we've switched ways. Left foot into the center half forward position. Managed to get a contest. Again, unfortunately, they just have numbers to the ball a lot quicker than we do right now, which is annoying, but we've got to work on that. Then we've got a little play right here. Managed to get another kick inside. I actually tried to read the play there. I am in that little marking contest. I tried to read the play and waited for that ball to kind of bounce out the back. But strong mark from my opponent there, unfortunately, which sees it kick back out of our inside 50. Definitely the scoring end, this left side of screen right now. We found that out during the course of the day. I'm trying to get in there, trying to get my hands on the ball. Good pressure from one of our players. Gets a quick turnover. Unfortunately, a bit of a fumble fingers gets us not quite a stoppage. We do get the ball out, but just numbers here. We're looking for the stoppage, but we just don't have the numbers to create that stoppage. So you can see we're starting to get a few numbers here, which gives us the ball. You can see right here, it looks like we're very close to a throw in here, but we do end up finally getting that stoppage. But unfortunately, from that stoppage, the ball does work its way into their forward 50, and they manage to find a mark out the back. But everyone, and I remember this part very, very clearly, this was really strange. I could hear it from the bench, because I was on the bench at this time. He absolutely touched that ball as it was coming through. That's why there's no contest on this dude. So you can see here, he takes the mark, and he absolutely gets fingers on that. We can all hear it. That's why there's hardly any contest, because everyone was kind of... And he gets the tackle in towards... even after the mark is called, because it was definitely touched. We heard that from the bench. We knew that was touched. But no, the umps didn't hear that, so they called the mark. It was very unfortunate. Ball finally making its way with some good play up. Unfortunately, a little bit of a skim pass there. Quick hand pass off though is good, and a nice mark in the midfield. Hands off again to one of our on-ballers. Kicks into the inside 50, and unfortunately easily picked off. Got a bit of action close to our forward 50. Some close action right at the camera as it gets pushed out of bounds there. But look at me. The good, I'm forgetting the word, teamwork? I guess so. Positive affirmation, I think that's the word I'm looking for. Unfortunately, we get the poor outcome there, as he nearly hands it off to the wrong player. That was quite funny. Little throw-in play there, gets pushed out. Looks like it's going to be another stoppage here, which is okay. We're happy with the stoppages inside 50. Ball's thrown up here, and he gets a lot of height on that one. And he ends up getting, Ruckman ends up getting the free kick there. Could have been for an early jump or a block out, I'm not sure. But we've got a potential shot at goal here. Our big man looking at the goal square, looking for our full forward. And this play I'm really proud of. Kicks it to a pack. Big contest here. And guess who's right there to read the play and kick it right in front of goals. I was really happy with how that turned out. I was just in the right place at the right time, really. And that's kind of the second time where I've kicked a goal, because I've been in the right place at the right time. So I had basically just waited for that ball to go up. Obviously, you got to have some rovers at any contest, because you want to make the most of any opportunity to kick a goal. Landed right in my lap, and all I had to do was quickly make the decision to go, okay, boot to ball, do it cleanly, and I managed to do so. I was really happy with how it turned out. I'll look at it again because it's my video. I'll do what I want. I landed right in my lap, and I managed to be quick enough to kick that goal. Beautiful roving, personally, I'd like to say. Great roving, but, you know, overall, happy with how that turned out. We've got another bit of play here. I'm on the left side here. Kind of works its way out. I was thinking about trying to keep it in, but I was way too far out. Look, in my head, I was a lot closer in than I actually was. Look, it is already out by the time I look to try and keep it in, and I love it because I'll do a cheeky hold it out, hoping that maybe I could keep it in, but I give up before I even try. And classic Melbourne weather, all of a sudden, now it's quite sunny here. But third quarter here, and I think the lead is about 10 points to the opponent. So even though we had a bit of a tough start, we have managed to crunch it back to a pretty decent margin that we can work with. You can see there, it gets over the top of a lot of our players, but one of my teammates manages to get last line of defense. Great mark there. Kicks it out. I pushed up a bit, and this is the scariest moment of my life, bro. Take a bounce on the run. Do get run down, but get the kick off in time, and a beautiful hit up. I'm happy with that play. I was terrified in that moment, so I pushed up a bit because the game plan was whichever side it entered from, we'd go out the other way. So what we did was we got that mark off of the entry kick from them, from the left side of the field facing goals. So we took that mark and went out the other way, went to the right side. So because I knew that was the plan, I went and pushed down because there was some open space and no one had presented the option yet. I went down there, presented myself as an option. They hit me up, managed to take a mark just in time before the spoil gets across, and so I realised I had a lot of space to work with. So I took off without thinking about it too much because I knew I probably should, considering my opponent, who's supposed to man the mark, has flown past me in an attempt to take it. So I've got myself a bit of space, tried to relax a bit, realized I had a bit of extra time, so I took the bounce. I took a lot of focus on that bounce, the scariest bounce of my life, because I don't remember taking too many bounces when I was younger. So that was a very, very rare play from me. It's funny to think about, but I got the bounce off, did slow down a bit with the ball. I noticed the dude coming up towards me, so I quickly got the kick off. He took me out. Bit rough. I'm a bit bony, so it did hurt. But we quickly bounced back up and managed to hit the opponent, hit my teammate quite well. You can see here, get the kick off and hits him out in the lead. Quite a nice hit up. Personally, I'd like to say another great hit up from myself. I'm on a roll here today. Another moment here, they've just kicked a point. We managed to rush another one behind, which is good because we don't want to take the most of this one, as they do have the scoring end. I find some space there again. I managed to get the kick out, so I take my time because I know that these guys have it really set up, and if we don't get players back in time, we kind of get ourselves screwed over. And you can see, I'm not too happy with how the kick looked. I don't think there was too much length on it, but I think that may have worked out in my advantage. I've got some skinny legs, bro. I've got some pretty skinny legs. So I'm having a look. I realize that I'm probably going to have to kick this long because I can't kick it to my right back and potentially switch it up and make them run again. So I kind of just say, all right, I'll look for a contest. But because my legs are so weak, I think the kick actually lands a bit short of my intended target. So I get the kick off, take that extra bit of time, and it's right there for my teammate. It ends up working out perfectly. In my head, my focus was to give my teammates some time to push up to the intended target so that we could potentially grab a mark or at least get a stoppage and then work our way up the field a little bit more, because these guys had themselves a pretty strong wall that if we tried to rush it too much without the numbers to fight it, they'd just get it straight back inside 50. At least that was what I was thinking in my head. The game plan could have been completely different to them and to the rest of my teammates. They may have seen it otherwise, but that's what I was just thinking in my head. But other than that, my third quarter actually wasn't too bad. If it wasn't for the goal in the second quarter, I'd say third quarter was definitely my best quarter. And you can see there, we managed to try and get a quick kick out. It's a bit blurry, but it's okay. You can kind of understand what's going on. They tried to get a quick kick out. Just obviously, there was a lot more pressure than I had, and they didn't really have the time to kind of wait. But they have a wall set up enough that they can just get that thing straight back inside. So lucky we do manage to get some quick hands out, some linking play, get another kick out. It is a little forced, and you can see there, they've got numbers again. They had a pretty strong wall going, so anytime that we did get it out, it was finding its way back in a fair bit. Another kick in here, again, forcing them to score some more points. The good thing about this quarter is that I'm pretty sure we kept them to 0 goals on the supposed scoring end. So it was really good for us. You can see there, I wasn't able to be the intended target or anyone on our team in that pocket, because after the 2 that I got, they'd started to really catch on to the fact that we could get those cheeky little kicks in there and be able to push our entire midfield up to an intended target a lot easier. Coming off a 50-meter penalty here as well. We're trying to get this ball in quickly because the quarter's almost over. We want to try and get a quick goal and capitalize. Again, when it's inside 50, we had a lot of good things happen to us, but unfortunately just ran out of time. Big fourth quarter here. We have what we think is the scoring end, and this is our opportunity to potentially get ourselves a really good game. A really big win if we can manage to pull this one off. You can see me kind of roving around here, kind of pushing my player off, trying to keep myself in front, give myself the best chance at taking a mark if it lands short. It looks like it could be. Unfortunately, I've gone a bit too far forward, but it does sail in for a point. Off a center bounce, we managed to get a pretty clean play. This is off one of their goals, unfortunately. Not the way we want things to go in a game, in a quarter where we've got ourselves the scoring end. But a nice kick out. Hands end up working out well for us. The kick down the length of the field beats their opponent just, but we got it inside 50. Big hit there. Managed to get ourselves a nice stoppage inside 50. Another inside 50 here for us. They have been holding us off quite well. Nearly managed to get something to work for us, but a high kick to our full forward almost works out for us, but they do manage to get some hands and get that ball to the opposite side and out of bounds. Really close to the finish now. Unfortunately, we are still a fair bit behind. The game is slowly starting to get out of our hand. See the score there, 38-52 with 2 minutes on the clock. we're going to have to hope for a lot of things to go our way. It's a little over 2 goals, so we need 3 scoring shots, and it just won't happen in a game where the clock doesn't stop. So nearly a big hanger there from one of our under 19 boys. He's filled in and helped us out and had himself a really, really good game. And here we go. This is the final clip of the day. Unfortunately, you can see it's still in their forward 50, and they actually have a kick for goal here right as the siren goes. He does end up kicking it. Sorry to spoil it for you. You can see it sails through. So it's a 20-point loss, unfortunately. Really, really tough game, although the team as a whole fought really hard. It was just one of those unfortunate games where we did end up taking the loss, but overall, I don't think our performance was that bad. They had a lot of players come in who were quite good compared to the last time that we played these guys, apparently. I just heard that apparently last time they were missing a lot of players that were quite good that played in this one. And it goes to show sometimes in senior footy, it's just the way like teams are set up. Sometimes you can get lucky, but as the season goes into the late stages, when people are starting to see finals results happen, then you start to kind of see teams maybe stack their lower sides if they're up against weaker sides. It's all just like comparison, and I'd imagine that the teams are kind of looking at where to place certain players in certain teams all the time. Realistically, I'm completely talking out of my backside at some points, but I have no clue how the senior side of footy runs for the most part. I'm just kind of going off of what I'd imagine is the case, although I'm more just happy that I get to play some senior footy and some reserves footy. Probably not going to see myself in the ones at any point this year. Still feel very new. If I do get a ones game, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool, but I don't see it happening, unfortunately, for myself, which is fair. I don't think I'm at that point. I can't make trainings a lot of the time too, which is a sucky part of it all, just being super busy all the time. But nonetheless, happy with my performance overall. Managed to get myself a sneaky goal, got some really good play here and there. Took a bounce, which was just strange. But overall, really, really happy with my personal performance. Unfortunate with the team performance, and hopefully we'll pick up a win next game. I do have a week off, so there won't be a game review in the next week. But the week after, we come back with game number 4. So again, though, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this recap, be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Click on the video on the screen right now as well if you want to see more real-life footy gameplay. It's very much appreciated if you can give that a watch. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.